Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get our evening underway. I know you love to socialize and talk, but I would ask for you to grab your seats as we get our evening started here tonight. I'm Greg Sharp with the Huskers Radio Network. So glad to be here tonight. It is our 26th annual Outland Trophy Award Dinner, sponsored by our great friends and a great Omaha-based company, Werner Enterprises. I've been a part of more than half of the 26, so it's so fun to be back with all of you tonight. We're going to have a blast over the next couple of hours as we get set to honor the 77th winner of the Outland Trophy, Olu Watimi. Olu and his family have been in Omaha the last couple of days, and they're also going to stay in our state because he's also the winner of the Remington Award for the top center in the country as well. So we'll have some fun with Olu and his folks later tonight. Before we have you start with dinner, if you would please rise for the presentation of our colors by the Burke High School, U.S. Army JROTC. Then we'll have our national anthem performed by Jimmy Weber, a retired U.S. Air Force, and then our invocation from Father Ryan Lewis.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran glare, the bombs bursting in air, keep proof through the night that our flame was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let us acknowledge that we are in the holy presence of God. We are gathered together on this extraordinary evening, which is a blessing from you. We thank you for this day with its possibilities and opportunities. We thank you for the outstanding work of the Outland Trophy Award Committee and its storied history of honoring annually the nation's best interior linemen in collegiate football. Please continue to bless this work and the dedication of all those who support this wonderful tradition. Bless Oluwatimi of the University of Michigan Wolverines, his teammates, and all of his coaches and administrators, and especially his family. Bless his generosity with his time and talent in the community. Bless his example to young athletes, and bless all whom he mentors and guides. Bless the Husker football seniors to be honored this evening. Travis Vokalek, Caleb Tanner, Matt Masker, and Trent Hickson. Bless those who are gathered for this dinner. Bless our food, and bless those who go without this day. May it be so through your divine providence. Amen.
Thank you, Father. You may be seated. Enjoy your dinner. Our program will begin after dinner. Folks, we're going to get our program underway. We've got a lot to get to and some fun to have over the next hour or so. So if you're finishing your desserts, please continue to do that. But we are going to start our program. I mentioned that this event for the last several years has been sponsored by a great Omaha company, Werner Enterprises. If you would turn your attention to our screens, a quick video about Werner. They are so happy to be a part of this event and to honor the top linemen in college football this past year, and certainly looking forward to Olu coming up here in a little bit as well. And we appreciate Werner being a part and helping us put this on here in Omaha. Again, the 26th year that we've done this dinner here in Omaha. I want to introduce some folks that are with us here tonight and just wave if I call out your name. A couple of former Omaha mayors, Hal Dobb and his wife Mary, are with us. Hal's going to come up a little bit later. Hal, great to have you with us here tonight. Former Mayor Jim Suttle, also in the house. Saw Jim a little bit earlier on as well. The Outland Trophy is voted on by the Football Writers Association. So a lot of people who cover college football on a daily basis are the ones that file their votes. They meet several times in the fall. They put together the initial watch list that comes out in the summertime. They then put down their semifinalist list, and it goes to a finalist. And then we find out the winner in December at the College Football Awards show that's aired on ESPN. And we are delighted to have with us here tonight the Executive Director of the Football Writers Association, Steve Richardson. Steve, I'm not sure where you're at. Oh, there you are, Tiger. Good to see you. Thanks. Good, always good to have Steve back in Omaha with us tonight. Nebraska certainly has a great tradition of their own as far as this particular award, a lot of different award winners. And the very first Husker to win the Outland Trophy is with us here this evening as well. Let's give a round of applause to Larry Jacobson. Larry, great to see you tonight. There's a handful of members of the 70 and 71 national championship team. For some reason, those guys seem to congregate together. They're all over here to my right. You guys see Murtaugh and Taggy, some of those great names from over there. Red Barron's over there, Van Bronson's. Great to see those guys. Great to have them with us here tonight as well. And we also have in our presence tonight a Heisman Trophy winner. Let's welcome the 1972 Heisman Trophy winner, Johnny the Jet Rogers. We have a number of people that work on this really year-round to make sure that this event comes together. And I did want to recognize Bob Mancuso Jr. He is the chairman of this committee that puts this event on every year. Bob, great to have you with us. And for all committee members, if you're here, stand up so we can give you a round of applause. These people meet, they get together, and so they put a lot of work into putting this on. So thank them if they're sitting at your table tonight. A real privilege for us tonight to have a couple of University of Nebraska dignitaries here. And my privilege to bring up a former national award winner, a Butkus Award winner, and a current athletic director at the University of Nebraska, Trev Alberts. Trev, come on up here.
Thank you, Greg. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here, and thank you for allowing us to be here. I want to first start out by thanking Werner Enterprises. I want to thank Derek Leathers. Where's Derek? Is Derek here? There he is, Derek. Please join me in a round of applause for Derek Leathers and Werner Enterprises. Derek and Werner do an awful lot in our community, so it's wonderful that they stepped up to support such a worthwhile cause as this dinner tonight. So I want to thank Werner. Also want to thank the Greater Omaha Sports Committee who organizes this event. Nobody does things better than Omaha, right? We embrace these types of events and knock them out of the park, so I want to thank the committee for doing this. The Outland Award's been presented since 1946. At the University of Nebraska, we take this pretty seriously. For those of you who don't know, we actually lead the nation. We've had 9 Outland Trophy winners at the University of Nebraska, so a pretty big deal. Yep. I also want to congratulate Olu, an outstanding football player. I told him a little bit earlier tonight I really enjoyed watching him play, except for that one game. That wasn't that much fun. And I'd also like to welcome Coach Moore. Thank you for what you do in supporting young people. I'm glad that Olu's not going to be in the Big Ten much longer. So, but congratulations. Very well-deserved honor, an outstanding football player, and a great person. It's really my privilege tonight, and my role here is to present some student athletes, some seniors at the University of Nebraska in our athletic department that we're really, really proud of. Our Nebraska Senior Awards. So there's 4 award winners tonight. Unfortunately, several of them can't be here based on their preparation for the NFL draft, but just go through these a little quickly for you. The Cletus Fisher Native Son Award, our winner was Matt Masker. Matt is not in attendance tonight. He started a new job, and he's moved on to his career and couldn't be with us. But for those of you who know Matt Masker and his story, just an incredible young man, great human being, great teammate, represented the program. But I do think tonight Cletus's son Tim, his wife Jody, and daughter Leah, are they here tonight? Yeah, right. There you are. Okay. Hey, guys, thank you. Sorry. Right down in front. And thank you so much. They didn't tell me where everybody would be sitting. The Tom Novak Award. The winner was Caleb Tanner, one of our outside linebackers. Caleb's not here tonight. He's off training for the NFL and trying to move on in his professional career. This award centers around toughness and determination. It's one of my favorite awards. It's appropriate to be awarded to a young man who played in every single game possible in his career. That's what Caleb Tanner did. He started 56 straight games and tied a school record for games played. So Caleb Tanner won the Tom Novak Award. Third, the Guy Chamberlain Trophy. Guy Chamberlain Trophy was won by Travis Vokalek, our tight end. Travis isn't here as well. He's preparing. That's okay. Go ahead. Round of applause. He's getting prepared for the NFL draft as well, but Travis was a captain, a true leader on our team, a fabulous young man. He was one of those young men that the rest of the team really looked up to. He was on a leadership council and really had a strong voice. Great respect from our teammates. Travis couldn't be here, but his parents, DJ and Pam, are here. Please join me in thanking them and welcoming them as well. The Cornhusker Award, the final award. This is given to a player who began as a walk-on. And these are some of our best and most, some of our favorite stories here at the University of Nebraska. It's really part of our DNA and culture. This speaks to development. And this winner was our center, Trent Hickston. And Trent is here tonight. Trent is here with his dad, Rick, and his mom, Mickey, and his girlfriend, Maya. 6 years in the program, Trent walked on. He was a scout teamer at the bottom of the depth chart. And he showed great perseverance. He turned into a 5-year contributor and started 26 games, including all 12 at center last year. Congratulations, tremendous Trent. And finally, the other part of my job tonight is I get to introduce our new head coach. And so we're really pleased that Coach Rule is here tonight. We set out, we're here, it's kind of fitting, we're here honoring the Outland Trophy winner. The Outland Trophy winner is about toughness in the interior line, right? That's what Nebraska's DNA has been about for a long time. And Matt didn't make many promises to me other than he would promise me that we would develop future Outland Trophy winners. No, he really didn't do that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Coach. Please join me in welcoming the 31st head coach of the University of Nebraska, Mr. Matt Rule.
How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? All right. I just want to, I'm going to talk very briefly. As the son of a preacher, that doesn't happen very often, but I'm going to do it tonight. I just want to say, first of all, thank you. Thank you for entrusting your university to me, but most importantly, thank you for the warm welcome. There's not a place I've been, there's not a person I've met that hasn't been nice and kind and opening and welcoming, and that's hard to find nowadays, and it's what makes this place special. I want to take a moment to really give credit to Olu. It's just so happy to see you, man. It's just so wonderful to see young people achieve at such a high level. And it's great to see you and all the things that you're going to do in your family. So congratulations. And to Coach Moore, one of the best coaches in football and one of the best programs in football. And it's one of the reasons why I came to Nebraska because, we're supposed to be there alongside of you guys. And awesome to see you guys represent the conference because the Big Ten is the best of the best. So congratulations to you guys. So I want to thank you guys for having me. I want to thank you guys for being so nice to me. Thank you for letting me come speak. But most importantly, thank you for letting me speak before one of my, I don't want to use the right word because he'll get mad at me, one of the men I look up to in this profession. Because there was a day when the coach was a gentleman coach. There was a day when the coach was there not to have their picture made and not to, have all the stuff about them. There was a day when the coach was a teacher and an educator. And just an unbelievable honor for me to sit next to Coach Osborne tonight. And I hope you guys know that when I walk through the stadium and I see the words day by day, that's not just a prayer, that's not just something, that's a way of life. It's about getting up every single day and trying to be great at what you do. So I see young people in high school over here. I see one of the best achievers in college football right here. No matter who we are or where we are, life is about just waking up every day and just trying to get just a little bit better. So I look forward to being here every year. And I look forward to giving out the Nebraska Senior Awards next year with a bunch of guys that I know. But most importantly, I look forward to someday coming here at a time real soon and watching one of our Cornhuskers do what you did, Olu, and come up here and represent Nebraska with an Outland Trophy. So thank you guys very much.
It's time for us to make the official announcement of those Nebraska Award winners, and we start tonight with the Guy Chamberlain Trophy.
In 1915, Guy Chamberlain became Nebraska's first consensus All-American. Chamberlain is also one of the few to be named to both the College Football and National Football League Hall of Fame. Guy Chamberlain was a player or coach on 4 NFL championship teams. Each year, the Guy Chamberlain Trophy is given to a senior who uses his qualities and dedication for the betterment of the Nebraska football team. The 2022 recipient of the Guy Chamberlain Trophy is tight end Travis Vokalek. Travis Vokalek was an integral part of the Husker offense for his final 3 seasons at Nebraska. The 6'7", 260-pound Vokalek was one of the Huskers' targets in the passing game as a senior, when he also served as a team captain. Vokalek caught 20 passes for 240 yards as a senior and finished his Husker career with 40 receptions. Vokalek began his career at Rutgers, where he played in 19 games before transferring to Nebraska in 2019. Off the field, Vokalek was a three-time academic All-Big Ten selection and was a Big Ten Distinguished Scholar in 2022. He earned his degree in Child, Youth, and Family Studies in August of 2021.
And as Trev mentioned, Travis is not here with us tonight, but his folks are here, and so I'd like to have DJ and Pam come on up here and we'll hand off the official trophy.
On behalf of Travis, we want to thank you so much. He wanted me to thank you so much for this award. It means so much to him. Very humbled and very honored. He was going to let me do this the only stipulation he had of me speaking was that I don't get emotional. So I'm going to make this quick. Very proud of him. Congratulations to the other award winners. Ulu, congratulations. This is just an honor for him, and his time at Nebraska meant the world to him. This is the place that he wanted to be. He enjoyed his time here, loved his time here, and I know he wishes Coach Rule, the rest of the staff, the University of Nebraska is in great hands, and success is going to come. So thank you very much.
Tom Novak was the first Husker player to ever have his jersey retired. A fullback, center, and linebacker, the Omaha native remains Nebraska's only four-time All-Conference selection. Courage and determination were traits that defined All-American Tom Novak. Each season, a trophy honoring these characteristics is given in Novak's name to a senior that best exemplifies these traits. The 2022 recipient of the Tom Novak Award is outside linebacker Caleb Tanner. Caleb Tanner was a key contributor for the Nebraska Blackshirt defense in each of his 5 seasons in the program. The Georgia native played in every possible game during his Nebraska career and tied the school record for games played, having appeared in 56 contests, including 32 starts. A team captain for the 2022 Huskers, Tanner had a career-high 43 tackles as a senior, including 6 tackles for loss and 2.5 sacks. Tanner finished his career with 126 total tackles, including 18 tackles for loss and 10 sacks. Captains as a senior and earned his degree in Child, Youth, and Family Studies in December of 2021.
Again, as Trev mentioned, Caleb not here with us tonight. So we'll move on to our next award, the Cletus Fisher Native Son Award.
Cletus Fisher belongs to a very select group of individuals who both played and coached for Nebraska football. Cletus was a halfback and a safety from 1945 to 1948. He went on to coach the offensive line for the Huskers from 1959 through 1985. The Cletus Fisher Native Son Award is awarded to the senior who best exemplifies good work ethic, competitiveness, leadership, pride, and a love of Nebraska. The 2022 recipient of the Cletus Fisher Native Son Award is quarterback Matt Masker. Matt Masker has been a valuable member of the Nebraska program for the past 5 years. A Kearney native, Masker has served as a reserve quarterback for the Huskers. Off the field, Masker was an academic All-Big Ten selection and was one of the most active Huskers in the community, being named to the Brooke Behringer and Tom Osborne citizenship team 3 times. He was also the recipient of the Sam Foltz 27 Hero Leadership Award and the Big Ten Sportsmanship Award in 2022. Masker graduated in December with a degree in Child, Youth, and Family Sciences.
And Matt's in the working world now. Couldn't be here tonight. It's great to have the Fisher family with us. It's always good to see you guys here tonight. And now for our final award, the Cornhusker Award.
For decades, walk-ons have played a key role in the culture and championship tradition of Cornhusker football. The Cornhusker Award is presented to a player who started their Nebraska career as a walk-on and made the largest contribution to the team in their last season of eligibility. The 2022 recipient of the Cornhusker is center Trent Hickson. Trent Hickson completed his 6-year Nebraska career in 2022, starting every game at center in his final season with the Huskers. Originally a walk-on out of Omaha Scott High School, Hickson was a key part of the Husker offensive line for 5 seasons, playing in 36 games and 26 starting assignments. He showed his versatility throughout his career with 12 starts at center and 14 at guard. One of Nebraska's top scholar athletes, Hickson became the second 5-time academic All-Big Ten selection in Nebraska football history in 2022. He was also named a Big Ten Distinguished Scholar in 2021 and is a 4-time member of both the Brooke Behringer and Tom Osborne citizenship teams. He earned his degree in accounting in May of 2021 and played his final 2 seasons as a graduate student.
We saved the best for last. Let's welcome on the stage Trent Hickson. Trent, come on up here.
So first of all, thank you so much. I want to congratulate Olu for winning the Outland Trophy. That's a huge honor, and you are most deserving of it. My journey at Nebraska started well before I ever stepped foot on UNL's campus. In high school, I received 2 offers, South Dakota and the Air Force Academy. However, I never really felt like those 2 fit me well, and every time I visited Nebraska, it felt like a good fit for me. So once they offered me a preferred walk-on spot, I took it without hesitation because I know I want to play football at Nebraska. I knew the journey wouldn't be easy, but I ended up earning a starting spot and a scholarship for the 2019 season at guard, and it kind of helped me set the footing for the rest of my career at Nebraska. Coming back for a 6th year was one of the best decisions I've made, even though the season didn't go the way we wanted. However, beating Iowa and winning my first trophy game was a fantastic way to finish the season in my career as a Husker. I just want to thank my parents and my girlfriend for coming out and supporting me every step of the way, and also thank my teammates, friends, and family for always having my back no matter what I was going through. Receiving this award tonight means the world to me, and being able to represent Omaha, represent Nebraska, and represent walk-ons is an honor and a privilege. I hope that those who are considering walking on to any athletic program bet on themselves, because you are in control of what you're capable of. Go Big Red.
Mentioned this is the 26th annual Outland Trophy Award dinner here in Omaha. And a couple years ago, we started to do a salute to the military. So at this time, I'd like to have Jimmy Weber rejoin me here on stage to play us a song. Jimmy?
If tomorrow all things are gone, worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today. You know the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd proudly stand up next to you and defend her still today. You know there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Michigan to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Nebraska, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, from New York to LA, there is pride in every American heart. And it's time we stand to say, can you sing it with me? That I'm proud to be and I won't forget the ones who died. And I'll proudly stand up next to you and defend her still today. Yeah, there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Yeah, the USA.
Outstanding, Jimmy. I think you're going to need to have Coach Rural sign that guitar before the night is over. I think we can twist his arm to do that for you. 9 years ago, the committee decided, not me, I had nothing to do with it, I'm not smart enough to do that, but the committee decided we need to do something to kind of add to this night. And they came up with a brilliant idea, the Tom Osborne Legacy Award, to honor somebody who's been a big part of college football, big part of the success of this great sport that we all love so very much. So let's turn your attention to our video screens for a video.
Few, if any, coaches have impacted college football more than Tom Osborne when it comes to producing great linemen. His legacy of building a strong foundation in the trenches, whether it was an offense or defense, endure to this day. Individuals considered for the Tom Osborne Legacy Award are those who played, coached, or made extraordinary contributions to the interior line of college football. The Tom Osborne Legacy Award is awarded to an individual who exhibited the characteristics of integrity, sportsmanship, and fair play demonstrated by Coach Osborne.
Barry Alvarez played linebacker at Nebraska in the late 60s for the great Bob Devaney, before becoming a coach himself in this very state at Lexington High School. It was the start of something very big. Barry took over the Wisconsin program in 1990 when it looked much different than it does today. Attendance was not good, morale was a problem. Barry set the tone. From the day he was hired, he changed the culture and challenged the players from the start. He also fixed recruiting in the state, building a wall around Wisconsin, strengthening relationships with head coaches in high school that ultimately created a base no other Badgers head coach enjoyed to that point. He also found tough players similar to Barry's blue-collar background growing up in western Pennsylvania. The Badgers played a physical brand of football, and Alvarez did not see any reason why Wisconsin could not compete for titles. In his second season, they won a road game for the first time in 5 years. In '92, they beat Ohio State. His fourth year, a pivotal season that changed the program. Wisconsin went 10-1-1, a Big Ten championship, the first in more than 3 decades, and a trip to the Rose Bowl. the Badgers beat UCLA in only the second bowl victory in school history. There was a new respect for Wisconsin football across the country. Awards and big wins followed, including back-to-back Rose Bowl championships in '99 and 2000. The Badgers are the only Big Ten team to do it in consecutive years. Barry won 120 games as a head coach. His impact still very strong in Madison today. Following 18 years leading the athletic department, the facilities are among the best. Through Barry's strong leadership, a man who savored the biggest moments, especially those few believed would happen, we congratulate Barry Alvarez, the recipient of this year's Tom Osborne Legacy Award.
The Rotary Club of Omaha has been a big part of this event down through the years, and to give this award and its namesake a proper introduction, please welcome Hal Dobb. Hal?
Thanks, Greg. This is a double honor for me. It's a double honor because Tom, the light's awful bright up here. Where Tom? Where are you? Yeah, I can't see the big guy in front of you right there. You got to move him over a little bit. But you remember back in D.C., Congressman, when you were given the Caring Award because you were determined to fulfill all the goals that Sister Mother Teresa set out in her lifetime. And I remember I had a chance to introduce you then, and that's been some time ago. So I get to do that again tonight, the second time, to introduce you and to speak on behalf of my club, the Omaha Rotary Club, Downtown Rotary Club of Omaha. It was started back in 1911. There are about 300 of us in this club. We care about service and self, and you heard from the video that you saw on the screen just a minute ago that one of the criterion is good citizenship within and beyond the athletic field that's consistent with one of the sponsors of the award tonight, which is our club. And we've been proud to do this for many years, and I'm glad to be here on behalf of our club president, John Connolly, and our 300 members to speak for just a minute. But I think it's only fitting that a couple of minutes get spent talking about someone who your first reaction might be a person we all know who needs no introduction. And I think we'd all agree that's true. But how many of you knew that his career record was 255 to 49 to 3 for 83%? Wasn't that something? That's in his 25 years. Nebraska tradition as head coach. He coached 53 All-Americans, including a number of Heisman and Outland winners. He's been inducted into just about every organization that recognizes success in athletics and in football. And I'm sure you may know that he served 3 terms as a representative in Congress, representing the 3rd Congressional District here in Nebraska in the Congress of the United States. Now, that's how I actually have more affection for him. I like football, but I have an affection for Congress, too. But I think that we should recognize that he wasn't just a football coach. He was an athletic administrator. He was a player, too, remember? That's how he got started. A couple of different positions, I think, Tom, when you were coming up through Hastings and recognized for your football and athletic capability. And then I think that you want us to remember that you had a little bit of a career in the NFL. It's a pretty good success in the 3rd year. Looks like you enjoyed that for that time in national football. But it seems to me like your heart was much more in what you did for all of us as Nebraskans. And that you cared a great deal about your family, you cared about your state, you cared about your players. And I think one of the things that I remember, and I hope that most remember, is what serious and sincere attention you played as a mentor to your players, and how many of them have gone on to live and follow in your tradition and in your footsteps of being of service, the Rotary motto, to their communities and their country. Tom, the microphone is yours. Please come up. You always look so handsome.
Folks, I'm not that good. Hal always overstates things a little bit. But I appreciate the introduction, and pleasure to be here. Sorry Barry Alvarez could not be here tonight. Barry was one of Bob Devaney's early recruits, and he was a good football player, but most of you in this room could beat him in a 40-yard dash. And he certainly wasn't a very good dancer, I saw that. But he did a good job as a coach. High school, out at Lexington, later over in Iowa. Coached for Hayden Fry at the University of Iowa, and for Lou Holtz, Notre Dame. And then, of course, he really turned things around at Wisconsin. And he said that he tried to pattern what he did after a lot of things that he saw in Nebraska. And so we take that as a compliment, I guess. So anyway, he did a lot of things, did it right, and just sorry he couldn't be here. I want to congratulate Olu. You've done a lot of great things. The list of your honors and academics and everything is pretty fantastic. And I think if you guys had won that first game in the playoff, we might have had a little better championship game. So that would have been good. And so just want to make a couple other comments. Appreciate what Trev Alberts is doing. Trev was the best pass rusher that I can remember at Nebraska, at least when I was a coach. And so just to show how smart a coach I was, the first 2 years we played a 50 defense, so he was dropping in pass coverage half the time. And I think he was a big part of the reason we went to a 4-3 defense, because then we just told him, put your hand on the ground, go tackle the guy. And he got pretty good at that. And appreciate having a chance to talk to Matt tonight, Matt Rule. We talked on the phone some time ago, but this first time we really had to visit. And the thing that's really impressed me about Matt is how hard he's worked and how he's been able to hold things together and put things together pretty well with a very short window of time as far as recruiting. And this is a place where recruits aren't just falling off the trees. And if you look at some other schools, more population-based and so on, so you really have to work hard. And Matt has shown that tendency, and I think he'll do a great job. And so I really appreciate all that he's done. Last thing I want to say, I just want to mention a guy that was recently inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame, and that's Zach Wiegert. And Zach was a little different. The thing he enjoyed most about football was going up the line of scrimmage and telling the opponents what the play was. He would tell them not only where the ball was going, he'd tell them whether it was a pass or run and what the play was. And I thought that was a little odd, but anyway, I guess he was ahead of his time, because that's what started the no-huddle offense, because we figured, well, if Zach's going to give the other team the play, then why would he need a huddle? And so anyway, and one last thing I'll just mention to him is, you know, when he first came to the university, he thought he was there to play football, but he didn't feel that going to class was part of football. And so we had quite a few conversations over time. And so finally, toward the end of the year, I thought, well, maybe I'd get to know him a little better and we'd have a little more conversation. And I asked him if he'd like to go hunting, and I knew he liked to hunt. And he said, yeah, he said he'd like to do that. So we went to this ranch not too far from Lincoln. And I said, you wait in the car, Zach, and I'll go up and ask for permission. I was pretty sure we'd get it. And so I went to see the rancher. He said, yeah, I said, that's okay if you go. And but you know, while you're here and while you got your gun, he said, you see that old mule standing over there in the farmyard? And I said, yeah, I do. He said, well, that mule's 35 years old, and we've been together for 35 years, and he needs to be put down. The veterinary says he needs to be put down, but I can't bring myself to do it, so I wonder if you'd do it for me. Well, I wasn't real wild about the idea, but I wanted to hunt. And so I started back to the car, and I got thinking about Zach and some of the trouble he'd give me, and I thought, well, maybe I can even the score a little bit here. So I acted real disgusted, and I said, Zach, this guy isn't going to let us hunt here. He said, I was a terrible coach. He said, you were a bad football player. But I said, I'm not going to take this laying down. And I said, you see that old mule standing over there in the barnyard? He said, yeah. So I reached in the back seat, got my gun, put a shell in there, rolled down the window, and his eyes started getting big. And I took aim, and bang, I dropped the mule in one shot. Just then I heard bang, bang, bang from his side of the car, and he said, let's get out of here, Coach. I got 3 cows. And so anyway, coaching isn't as easy as you think it is sometimes. So anyway, thanks for being here, and appreciate all of you folks, and hope you have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Barry Alvarez could not be here tonight. He did send us a statement to put up for you to enjoy. So thank you for asking me to attend. Congratulations to Olu, the recipient of the 2022 Outland Trophy. I've known Tom since a 17-year-old freshman in Nebraska, and have always admired and respected what he stands for. Unfortunately, because of previous travel plans, I am unable to attend this evening. Nebraska football has meant so much to me. I will always be grateful for my time spent in Lincoln. Barry Alvarez, statement from him. Olu, you ready? It's time of the night. This is why we're here, to salute and honor the best lineman in college football this past year. Please turn your attention to our screens.
Since 1946, the Outland Trophy has been awarded to the nation's most outstanding interior lineman by the Football Writers Association of America. It is named for Dr. John H. Outland, a 2-time All-American in 1897 and 98. Dr. Outland established the award to assure that interior linemen receive the recognition they deserve. Since 1997, the Outland Trophy recipient has been celebrated at a banquet hosted by the Greater Omaha Sports Committee, a proud supporter of Boys Town, which is dedicated to the care and education of at-risk children. Here are the Outland Trophy finalists.
That is Kalijah Kancin.
One of the best defensive tackles in the ACC.
He just blew that play up single-handed.
That was big man ball by Kalijah Kancin.
Oluwatimi hooks the tackle.
One of the best centers in all of college football.
The most important block was the center, Oluwatimi.
Peter Skoronski is that good. You're looking at a first-round pick.
Really good job of picking off the backside.
That's an easy block for the left tackle.
The guy's a total stud, can do it all.
Great finalists for the Outland. We've expressed our love for this trophy. Elijah Canty trying to join Aaron Donald, and my great friend Mark May is an Outland Trophy winner from Pitt. Skoronski gave up one pressure all year, didn't give up a sack, I don't believe, but the winner of the Outland Trophy is Michigan's Olu Oluwatimi. Olu earlier won the Remington as the best center in America. Now he adds the Outland to his trophy case, and there is celebration among the Oluwatimi family and friends as well.
And what stands out so much about Olu on tape, he plays center, but he's quick and he has this short area aggression. That's what you see. You see him pull out, leading one of the best offensive lines, the best running games in the country. He's quick and he's aggressive. At center, you have to operate in the short area, but he does so much on the outside. Secondly, he makes everything he does seem effortless. Things that you would think a 300-pound man would not be able to do, he does it with ease. And then last but not least, he's so smart. As a player, you'll see him make checks to his guards, talk to his quarterback in the backfield. He's such an intelligent football player. That's what makes him so great on the football field.
Olu Oluwatimi is the first Outland Trophy winner in Michigan's storied history, and he made a big impact in a short amount of time in Ann Arbor. Olu was voted a Wolverines alternate captain in only 7 months after arriving on campus with the Maize and Blue. He anchored a line that won 2 straight Joe Moore Awards, an honor that goes to the best unit in the country. Oluwatimi is a consensus All-American. He's first-team All-Conference and a Big Ten Sportsmanship Award winner. His path here to Omaha and recently to the College Football Playoff is one of perseverance. Olu previously played at Virginia, and his career there started as a walk-on. He went from fighting for a spot to starting 32 games at center for the Cavaliers. Out of high school, he did not have a single Power 5 offer. Now, he's the best interior lineman in college football. Congratulations to Olu Oluwatimi.
We're thrilled tonight that Michigan's offensive line coach, offensive coordinator Sharon Moore is here to give Olu a proper introduction to all of us. So, Coach Moore, come on up here.
Good evening. No. Louder. Good evening. Beautiful. Love that. First of all, thank you so much to the Outland Trophy organization and all the sponsors. Thank you for this beautiful hotel that we're staying in. Best night of sleep I'll get all year. Don't tell my wife that. I got a three-year-old and a 6-month-old, so she don't want to hear that. So thank you for everybody. Coach Rule, thank you for the kind words. Coach Osborne, you've been a mentor to many people like me, like coaches that have climbed the ranks and want to be like you. So thank you so much for what you've done for the sport. We lived by this in our building this year. The man who loves walking will walk farther than the man who loves the destination. I'll say it again. The man who loves walking will walk farther than the man who loves the destination. It's a process. We took it day by day, step by step, and that's why we had the success we did. And I was very blessed to coach this young man who I look at like a son, like one of my own. I love him. He knows that. I told him that often. Yelled at him a lot too, but told him I love him more than that. He exemplifies tough, smart, dependable, hard work, dedication, perseverance, but most importantly, what it looks like when you attack everything in your life on and off the field and do everything the right way. As you heard, many accolades, and I'll say them again. I mean, he was voted a captain for us, and he's been there for 7 months. So that speaks to the volumes of what our team, the building thought of this man. What an incredible human being. Your parents, your family did an incredible job raising you, and I'm so blessed that I got to coach you and be around you. Started all 14 games at center, first team All-Big Ten, consensus first team All-American, won the Outland, first player in Michigan history, and the third player in history to win the Outland and the Remington in the same year. Helped us win the Joe Moore again and helped us win back-to-back Big Ten championships. And Coach, you're right, would have been a better game if we would have won that first game. So, but please welcome me in welcoming Olusegun Oluwatimi.
Why don't you grab the trophy and hand it to him? We've got a picture. We've got a picture of you two.
How y'all doing tonight? Thank you, Coach Moore, for the kind words. First, I would like to start by thanking the good Lord, just because His grace and His favor over my life has just been overwhelming, and and obviously, got to thank my parents, my beautiful mom. She traveled here, and my sister. They traveled here. Flight got canceled, but they still found a way to get here. And my dad back home, their support and just their belief in me has been just the best. I couldn't have asked for a better pair of parents. And then my 5 older siblings, Damola, Temilayo, Oluwatomi, Oluwabamikole, Oluwaseun. Without them, I wouldn't be the man that I am today. They gave me a lot of tough love. They called me a lot of names, and they did things to toughen me up. And without them, like I said, I wouldn't be who I am today. I would like to thank the Outland Trophy Committee, the volunteers, and all the sponsors for making tonight happen. It's been awesome. It's just been awesome, us being in this great hotel and putting on this great banquet. I would like to thank the Football Writers Association for just voting me in and thinking me of as a deserving recipient of the Outland Award. Man, this 2022 season at Michigan, it was unimaginable. It was just the most fun I've had in a whole season playing football. I joined a large team and added a lot of brothers to my family. It was a grind, but we loved the grind and we embraced it. And before every game, Coach Moore said smash and violence, and that's what we did all year, and we had a fun time doing it. So, my college career has been very unorthodox. Out of high school, I went to the Air Force Academy for a year, and I honestly just didn't enjoy my time there, so I decided to leave. Then I ended up walking on to Virginia, and I became a great player there, earned a scholarship, played a lot of games, became all-conference, and with my last year eligibility, I knew I needed something different, something to challenge me, and something that would help me take my game to the next level. And Michigan was just the perfect marriage. Being able to be coached by Coach Moore, Coach Harbaugh, wear the maize and blue in that winged helmet, because it's the most legendary and historic program in college football. And my message for everyone tonight is don't ever doubt yourself. The power of self-belief and self-confidence is just amazing. And work hard and then let God do the rest. Finally, I would like to thank Coach Harbaugh, Coach Moore, he the man, the offensive staff of Virginia, all my offensive teammates, and then the rest of my teammates, and then my O-line brothers. I'm going to name all of them because without them, I wouldn't be able to be the 2022 Outland Trophy winner. Zach Zinter, Trevor Keegan, Ryan Hayes, Trente Jones, Giovanni El Hadi, and my main man, Raheem Anderson. So, it's just 2022 was awesome, and being able to win all these awards that I've won and take home what I've taken, I don't take that lightly, and I'm gonna honor this for the rest of my life, and hopefully I can make the Outland family and the Outland Trophy Committee proud. Thank you.
Well deserving. Olu, fantastic. That was awesome. Great job. Congratulations. Well deserving of this honor. It's so fun to watch the screens during dinner and see all those past great players and those winners, and now you remember that Outland Trophy Club. That is incredible. Thanks to Werner Enterprises. Derek, always good to have you here with us for the banquet. All of our other sponsors, we appreciate you all. Thanks for a turnout. What an amazing turnout it has been here tonight. Congratulations to Trent, all of our Husker Award winners. Appreciate you all coming out tonight. Travel safe getting home. Good night.